Support for Mission Nonprofit is provided by Thurston Talk.
Thanks for joining us.
Whoa!
You're watching Mission Nonprofit.
Oh, thank goodness I have a mute button. Hi, I'm Robert Cam, and this is the Best of Mission Nonprofit for the year 2020. This has been an unusual production year for us with our guests on Zoom. Hold on, let's put this in speaker view. That's better. On Mission Nonprofit, we feature a local organization from the Thurston County area. In 2020, we featured 10 different nonprofit organizations, and only one was conducted in person. That was with the Thurston County Food Project, a group that collects food donations for the food bank. Let's take a look.
We were in Ashland, and we saw a green bag, this, and the green bag had a website on it, so we went to the website, and Ashland was just starting a food project in their community, and it was 2009, and we thought, God, you know, what a great idea. It was a very simplistic idea about gathering food in a neighborhood and in a community and serving the food bank. We'll tell you more about that as we go. So we brought it home, brought the idea home, and we went to our neighborhood association meeting, which is Kane Road Area Neighborhood Association. And I have to say we hadn't been to too many meetings before that. And
Let's talk a little bit about what kinds of items are important and needed. And I know that changes, right?
It does change, absolutely.
So the website would be a good place to find out.
We list, on the website, what the food bank is suggesting is most needy products. And it changes. And you'll get the new listing all the time. Yeah. And it used to be only non-perishables. And now they do fresh fruit and vegetables and such as well. And
they will accept toiletries.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I bet by this point, viewers out there are thinking, well, how do I get one of these green bags? How do I get involved? And I guess the easiest thing is for them to go to your website, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
thurstoncountyfoodproject.org is our website, and there's ways on there to sign up to become a donor, or what we really need is neighborhood coordinators.
Right.
So if you are willing to just ask a couple of your neighbors if they would be willing to donate a bag of food every other month, and you could bring it into the food bank warehouse, that's
what we need.
Is really what we need are those coordinators to pick up from donors.
And
Stonewall Youth is an organization dedicated to LGBTQ teens and young adults. They have a great meeting facility in downtown Olympia that has been closed due to COVID-19. Let's learn more about what they do.
Necessary.
Exactly. So, and your organization is there for LGBTQ of the ages of 18 to 24. Is that correct? Or younger than 18?
Yeah, we serve folks from 12 to 24.
Okay. 12, yeah, 12 to 24.
We're lenient on the lower side also.
Even younger than 12, you're saying?
If folks are like 11, we're definitely flexible on that.
Okay. And you have a great building downtown in Olympia where folks can join after school and they can mingle and socialize. And tell me a little bit more about the place, the building downtown.
Yeah, so Stonewall, we just bought our building in the summer of 2018, and we're really excited about it because we get to really make the space our own. Let's see, last summer, actually, we painted the building, and so now you see, like, you drive down State Street and you see a bright pink building with a little bit of teal. It looks like a Barbie dream house. It's definitely a standout building. But we want to let, the community know, like, hey, we're here.
Yeah, there you go. Make it loud, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so in the building, we have programming. We do drop-ins. which is really just folks just come in, hang out with other folks, and gain community with other queer and trans folks in the area. So let's see, we also have support groups on Wednesdays where folks just come and talk about their issues and try to get resources if needed, or just peer support. We also do advocacy hours where folks can get connected to different resources. We also have really fun events. We tend to host events in different locations. So we've hosted a few at like SPSCC, Evergreen occasionally. In our building now, we also do different events. Earlier, let's see, this year we did a Valentine's Day dance, and that went really well. It was kind of an open mic. So folks got to come and show off their talents, whether it was a poem or if they wanted to sing a song. We even had somebody propose to their significant other at this last one. That was interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Don't you have a prom in the, is it in the spring you have a prom there towards the end of school? And it had a creative name. I forget what it was. Tell me the name of the prom.
Queer prom?
Was it just, okay, it was queer prom. Okay.
Oh, homecoming, maybe?
Maybe, oh, it was homecoming. That was, I'm thinking, okay, yeah. That's a fun, yeah, that was, so that's in the fall with homecoming. You've got homecoming and then you've got queer prom. And okay.
Yeah, so folks can head to our website. We love donations. You can feel free to donate on the website. We often have fundraisers, but we have a bowl-a-thon coming up that's probably going to be canceled because of the social distancing thing.
We can all see that homelessness is a growing problem in our communities. The Washington State Community Action Partnership pools funds for organizations that help solve this problem. Let's take a look at our interview with them.
So I'm the executive director of the Washington State Community Action Partnership. That's the state association of the 30 community action agencies serving Washington State. We're part of a national network of over 1,000 agencies. Our roots are in the Economic Opportunity Act and the War on Poverty from the 1960s. And since then, agencies have sprouted up around the country to do community-based anti-poverty work.
When we moved into this house, we thought, okay, this is it. This is the house that we're going to raise our kids in. This is the house we're going to be in. We saw that slipping away.
Filed for bankruptcy, and we were going through some really hard times.
We moved to start a new church in the inner city of London. His pastoral work was really heavy, really took a huge toll on him.
My health just suddenly one day crashed. Eventually, I just couldn't work anymore.
If people here need assistance, instead of going straight to you, they go to that branch, right? Correct.
Yeah, they can go directly to their local community action agency. You can find a list on our website, wapartnership.org. You can see all the different community action agencies around the state there.
And if people want to support your agency, they're better off supporting that, the one for Lewis, Mason, and Thurston counties. Is that right, if they live here?
Correct. Here locally, that would be it. But I would encourage, folks here to talk to their friends and family about community action. Community action does serve 99% of America's counties. So there is 99% chance there is a community action agency doing this kind of work in your community right now.
There's a shop out at St. Martin's University where you can access 3D printing, woodworking tools, and even sewing machines for creating anything your imagination can dream up. It's called Lacey MakerSpace, and they appeared on Mission Nonprofit. Let's take a look at that episode. Tell me about some of the things you have. I know you have a 3D printer. You have lots of woodworking materials and things like that. What are some of the other things that you have for people to produce things?
Yeah, we have multiple 3D printers, actually. We're really lucky, and a full woodworking shop. But along with that, we have metalworking. We have a couple welders. We have a CNC plasma cutter. That cuts metal like it's butter. It's an awesome tool. We got a laser cutter. If you ever played around with one of those, they're super easy to use and allows you to cut wood, acrylic. You can engrave on metal, glass. They're really versatile tool. And then we have a suite of electronics tools as well, and even sewing stuff. So if you have a material, you can pretty much do anything with it in the MakerSpace. classes are available to anyone. They're open to the public. And so we have offered a number of classes through SPSCC. We've partnered with them to do that. But St. Martin students also have the opportunity to take classes down here. But anyone can take a class. We have classes outside of that on our website as well once we reopen.
Tell us about some of, obviously you don't have them right now, but what are some of the classes? Are they like using the 3D printer, using the woodworking tools? Is it all of the above? You teach people how to sew? You teach people how to use electronics and do that too?
Yeah, there's two sides to the classes because for many of these tools, they're computer controlled. So you have to learn the computer side and then you have to learn the hands-on side. So we teach both here at the MakerSpace. The motivation that the city and the university and the EDC had to get involved was because this can be an economic driver by helping people bring their inventions to life and then starting businesses with these. That's a huge driver of local economies, and we need that now more than ever.
It's more and more important to harness the power of the sun for our energy consumption. Solar power works well in Washington, but it can be hard and expensive to add solar panels to your home or business. There is a nonprofit in town that helps organizations with grants and crowdfunding for these installations. Take a look at this episode with Olympia Community Solar.
We were founded in 2018 with a mission to steward an equitable and accessible transition to clean energy. And we're doing that through something called community solar education, policy development, and actually building community solar projects, which I think is a wonderful climate solution. And our goal is to make sure that everyone who needs access to clean energy can do so, and that we can really see the transition we need.
So Olympia Community Solar sees ourselves as being the community's access to solar. And this is definitely one of our first examples of this happening, where we had the director of the Fresh program at Tumwater High School reach out to us and say, I've gotten this far with the grant. I have about $1,200 and I really want to do the solar installation and I'm just not sure where to go or what the next step is. And our team immediately responded with, let us see what we can do. And behind the scenes, we were able to get several donated panels for this program, as well as South Sound Solar to install this array at a discounted price. And we were able to completely change her perspective of the process and help her get this installation installed. And then us as an org really see this as an opportunity to educate the students at Tumwater High School about solar and what this array does, how much it offsets. So we collaborated with a designer on a really, really beautiful educational poster that will be included in the garden so that students can see what this array does. Sometimes when solar is really high up, you don't even notice that it's there, and we want to bring it down into the community and show students that, you know, this can charge up to 4 million times like your cell phone, like, you know, your cell phone use. And like, we wanted to really bring those numbers and those figures to life, which is really exciting.
This morning we're at Tumwater High School where we're in the Fresh program greenhouses.
My program, FRESH, stands for Farm-Rooted Education for Sustainability and Health. And we offer an afternoon block class that they can learn farming, science, and civics.
We managed to get 4 solar panels donated from Rich Phillips, formerly Pure Solar. Right now we are talking with South Sound Solar about the installation process and what that's going to look like. And hopefully with any luck, by the end of the summer, there will be a kilowatt of solar energy here at Tumwater High School.
It's been awesome.
Our senior community is the most vulnerable to COVID-19. So to be safe, the senior centers have been closed. The agency that runs these centers, Senior Services for South Sound, joined us over the summer to discuss some of their other programs and how they have adapted.
Well, we were founded in 1973 and we've grown through the years. to do a great many things. Around the state, there are, of course, senior centers of all types. Many of them are fairly small. They provide meals and an activity center and those sorts of things. We do all of that, but we also do quite a bit more. So Senior Services for South Sound, my predecessor, a well-known Eileen McKenzie Sullivan, who had been our executive director for, I think, 23 years and with the organization for 38 years, had added programs to the organization to meet different needs within the community and around the community. So you're right that we operate the Olympia Senior Center and Lacey, but we are the Meals on Wheels provider for all of Thurston and Mason counties. We do other programs all over Thurston and Mason County as well. And so we started a program where we call Do You Know a Senior in Need? It's a long name, but it's the name of it is what it is. Do you know a senior in need? And we have been publicly trying to recruit the public's help in identifying whether there are any seniors in our community, Thurston County, Mason County, who are sheltering in place and who need help grocery shopping. They're not wanting to go to the store. Even though there are senior-specific hours, it's still more risky for them. Or picking up their prescriptions because they don't want to go to Costco. They might need a new puzzle to play, a new book to read, or again, these wellness calls, just someone to call and check on them. And Robert, I'll tell you that we have yard signs up around the community. When you drive around town, you'll see them. Do you know they're blue and white signs? Do you know a senior in need? And it's working. We're getting many calls every day now from neighbors of seniors or the seniors themselves sharing that they need help with this or that.
What's happening right now is we're making 7-stack our meals with 7 stacks in it. So it's all different meals. And this is for one route. And once we get the 7 meals, we'll bag them. We'll put them in freezer bags. And then the driver will have 2 or 3 freezer bags to take with for each route. I know personally I've been able to deliver to a few people that wouldn't eat without the meals that we provide. All of our things are made from scratch, so we try not to institutionalize anything.
So if people want to donate or they want to volunteer, they should go to your website, southsoundseniors.org.
Yes, and if you search for senior services for South Sound or South Sound seniors or that sort of thing, you're going to pull up our website. Okay. And on our website, there's a very clear donate button and there's a clear volunteer tab. If you have any trouble with finding the website, or maybe many seniors don't have internet, you can call us.
Eliminating racism and empowering women is the mission of the YWCA. This is a national organization with chapters all over the world. The local chapter, YWCA of Olympia, joined us over Zoom this summer to talk about their work. Let's take a look.
So, as a lot of folks know, the YWCA has historically been focused on services and supports for women. And what a lot of folks might not know is that a core part of our mission for many, many years has been the elimination of racism as well. So in Olympia, we have over the years provided lots of different services and supports for women of all ages, and those have included workforce development programs, basic human services programs, programs for youth and young adults. And over the past several years, we've really been focused on how to live into the eliminating racism part of our mission. So our mission is eliminating racism and empowering women. And we've really been looking closely at the ways that we can move towards an intersectional race equity focus, both as an organization and as a community. So that's what we're focused on in all of our organization programs, as well as our whole organization structure. So this is our program model, and all of our programs are organized really around 3 buckets of programming. So one is around healing, and really specifically healing from the traumas of systemic oppression. One of our buckets of work is around anti-racist education. And then one of our buckets of work is around participant-led advocacy. So we're really, through those buckets of work, we're looking at how do we heal from the traumas of systemic oppression? How do we shift culture towards a culture of anti-racism and inclusion? And then how do we support institutional change? We always need donations, and especially right now with so many folks requesting education opportunities, and as I had mentioned, wanting to make sure that those are accessible for everybody in the community. We've had a lot of requests, and we haven't, of course, been able to increase capacity. So we're really needing financial support in order to increase our capacity so that we can do more to support the community around race equity and racial justice. So donations are always needed. And yes, of course, folks can donate through the website.
Pets are like family members, and it can be heartbreaking if your furry family member needs to go to the vet and you can't afford it. Concern for Animals helps pet owners in need with doctor's visits, food, and supplies. Let's see some clips from their appearance on Mission Nonprofit.
Concern for Animals was founded in 1980, so about 40 years we've been serving the pets of Thurston, Mason, and Lewis County.
And who qualifies for your assistance, and what kind of assistance do you offer?
We offer vouchers from different programs so we can help with emergency medical costs, spay-neuter procedures, treatments for small animals like ferrets, rabbits, guinea pigs. And we can do it for anyone in Thurston, Mason, and Lewis County who is low income, a senior receiving state or federal benefits, or full-time students. In the past, before the pandemic hit, we would have every Tuesday open for folks to come by and get pet food. It's by appointment now, so it's kind of a little more prepared beforehand. But essentially, if you are in that low income bracket, or if you've lost wages due to COVID, you can call us, set up an appointment, and we'll supply you with food for your cat, dog. We have supplies for birds, lizards, and small animals like ferrets and guinea pigs. If you don't need help, but you want to support animals in need, you can make a donation, you can support a program, or you can just follow us on Facebook. We do post a lot of cute cats, so it's kind of what the internet was made for.
So what is your Facebook link, or how do you get to your Facebook?
So if you go to Facebook, it's just Concern for Animals, and it should pull us right up.
All right. Media Island International is located here in Olympia, Washington. They are an independent media source not beholden to corporate conglomerates. They operate a radio station and a library. They also provide a meeting space and workshops. Watch this to learn more.
Hello, I'm Shauna Hawk, Director of Media Island International. Media Island International is a cultural, educational, and networking center whose focus is to support women of color in their leadership goals.
So you've got the low power FM, you've got the meeting spaces, you've got the library, and you do some workshops. Can you tell me a little bit about what your workshops might be like, and how people can maybe request one or hire you to give a workshop? What would you do?
So one that we just gave was equity, inclusion, and community, looking at racial issues in our own backyard. And we gave that one for the city of Olympia just recently. So we can, develop a workshop based on what your particular organization or a group of 3 or more folks really want to do, especially around cultural diversity issues and inclusion. You can also find us on official Media Island on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook. We're Media Island International, as well as COA Community Radio Station has their Facebook page, and the Women of Color and Leadership Movement.
We take for granted our ability to get up in the morning and take a shower. Some don't have access to this basic amenity. Build a Bus Home is an organization in town that operates a mobile shower trailer. They were our last guest of our 2020 season. Here are some clips. And Lisa, you started this organization with $1.75, and I hope that more people do this because it's amazing. I mean, what a need we have out there. You build homes, but right now you've built a shower. Your ambition is to build homes for people out of buses or other vehicles. Tell me what you envisioned when you started this organization and how did it come about?
Good question, Robert. So thanks for having us. We had a vision to bring homes to low-income individuals in Thurston County. Not necessarily just singles, but people like myself that needed a place to live, that they could be mobile, that they could maybe live in a park together. So like you said, I started with $1.76 in my checking account, and I went looking for a website named buildthebushome.org, and it was 99 cents plus tax, $1.37. I was like, okay, I can afford that.
Okay, yes, I'm on the board of Build a Bus Home, and I got involved about 1.5 years ago when we started to develop the shower power trailer and try and get that out in the community. It turned out that it was a fairly simple concept, just to provide showers in a large trailer and invite homeless people, but it took a lot of organizing in order to get that to happen. We had to work with the partner organizations like Interfaith Works and Pipe, and we had to work with the city of Olympia to get permission to set up on different sites, and we had to work with churches in order to get their permission to operate on their parking lots, essentially, which is what we've been doing.
Your website is buildabushome.org. I want to tell everybody that right now. But I think what everybody wants to do is see it. I wondered if we could just watch. You have a great video produced that we're going to roll in. Why don't we take a look at what it looks like? And this video may answer some other questions.
Recently, last year, the city of Olympia and the county declared a state of emergency for homelessness. A year later, we're finally bringing this service to people, and we're aiding in hygiene. We are so excited to bring our shower trailer to the public, to the homeless in Olympia. And so let's take a look inside. The colored ones are specifically for changing clothes, and the white one will be for showering. So we'll have numbers here for people to hang their things according to the group that you're in. We've got it spaced out, so there's going to be 6 feet between people, and we'll be spraying each stall down after use with soap and water, and then after that dries, then we'll put Briotech multi-surface sanitizer, and that inactivates COVID-19.
That's all we have for the Best of Mission Nonprofit 2020. I'm sure I can speak for the rest of the crew. It has been a pleasure bringing you these interviews. We will continue to bring these programs for 2021 and beyond. Watch Mission Nonprofit on Channel 77, Sundays at 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Thursdays at 7:30 p.m., Fridays at noon, and Saturdays at 2:30 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6:30 p.m. You can also watch it online at TCMedia.org.
Support for Mission Nonprofit is provided by Thurston Talk.